For just 1 minute, please pay your full attention. Welcome to Super Science University Bhagavad Gita, which only can fulfill any of your wishes, aka the real Santa. Plus, it is the permanent solution to any of your problems. It answers every possible question. It will give you permanent happiness with your freedom in the end. The highest, most prime, most secret, and the only complete knowledge which is the source of everything. Please refer to Yatharth Gita by Swami Adgadanand on yatharthgita.com or Spotify, which is the only genuine and complete source of knowledge. Please note, incomplete knowledge is dangerous. So let's continue. This breath comes in me, then the other breath goes out. These are not two breaths. There is one breath. Someone may ask, because I exhale, I have to inhale, or because I inhale, I have to exhale. Then we will say coming in and going out is the difference in the movement of the same breath. There is only one breath, it comes in, it goes out. Actually, outside and inside are not two things in the unmanifested. Outside and inside in the unmanifested are two extremes of the same thing. But where we are living in the manifested world, in the expressed world, where everything has become many, there everything is different, there everything is separate. Then all our questions arise from that separateness. But a true knowledge can help you understand how everything is same in the end. A man came to Buddha and asked many questions. Buddha said, "Do you want answers to all the questions?" He said, "I want answers." Buddha said, "How many people have you asked?" He said, "I am tired of asking many people. Now I have come to you." Buddha said, "You did not get an answer after asking so many people. So don't you think that you will not get an answer by asking?" He said, "No, this thought did not occur to me. All I think is that I should ask someone else. Ask someone else, ask someone else." Buddha said, "So how long will you keep asking? Should I also answer you in the same way as the others has given you the same answer, or do you really want the answers?" He said, "I really want the answers." So Buddha said, "Then you stop. Then don't ask for a year." He said, "How will I get the answer without asking?" Buddha said, "Leave the question, ask after a year. Don't ask for a year, don't think for a year, don't talk for a year, be silent for a year." He said, "But what will happen by this?" Buddha said, "Ask this on this very day after a year." When Buddha told him to ask on this very day, a monk sitting under a tree started laughing out loud. That man asked that monk, "Why are you laughing? What is there to laugh about?" The monk said, "If you want to ask, ask now, because I too have fallen into the same trap. I have spent years. When I know it myself after a year, then there is nothing left to ask. If you want to ask, ask now, otherwise you will not be able to ask." This Buddha is a big deceiver. I too fell into the same trap, and later I came to know that other people too have fallen into this trap. Buddha said, "I will stick to my word. If you ask after a year, then I will give you the answer." A year passed, the same day came again, and Buddha said to the man, "Friend, now stand up and ask the questions." The man started laughing and said, "Let it go, there is no point in useless talk." But Buddha said, "It was my promise, so I am reminding you. Don't say later that I cheated you." He said, "No, it would have been a deception if you had answered that day. Because when I became silent, I saw that all the questions were created by thoughts. Because thoughts had broken existence into parts, and existence was whole. Now, when I became thoughtless inside, I find that all questions were false because they were created by breaking existence. In that unexpressed, in that unbroken, all the questions fall away. But in the expressed, all the questions arise. So either we keep asking questions, then life becomes philosophy, or we go within, then life becomes religion. And irreligion is not so much against religion as philosophy is against religion, because it leads to thoughts and more thoughts and more thoughts. And every thought keeps breaking things. In the end, all things break, only questions remain. No answer remains. Go inside, there is only one, there are no two. And where there are no two, there can be no question. For a question, it is necessary to have at least two, so that it can be asked. It is necessary to have at least two. That which was unmanifested before, that which will remain unmanifested later, is still there. To go inside it, to drown in it, is the only way. For that, you need complete knowledge to understand how everything is the same in the end, and that only complete knowledge is Gita. So, I'm trying to correct Gita by Osho. Make sure of that. With that knowledge, you would understand why everyone is different now and how everyone will become the same in the end. Why there are many now and how everyone will merge in that ultimate in the end. But remember, the stage of the many will remain always, since the game never ends. Only the players win the game to become the game. It's very sarcastic. Even Buddha is incomplete, Jesus is incomplete, Guru Nanak is incomplete, Ram is incomplete, Shiva is incomplete. Only Krishna is complete, which includes zero as well. Buddha and all others are pure, but purity and completeness has no relationship. Krishna is complete with zero and pure as well as. So he has purity as well. So purity doesn't mean completeness, but completeness means purity, as it includes purity naturally. But there can be an example of a complete tending personality with impurities, and that example is of me. And another example is of Arjuna, of course. It is sarcastic that Lord Buddha, who said a man considers himself very knowledgeable from what he knows, and afterwards, when he gets the remaining knowledge, he considers himself a grateful, is incomplete in himself. So, who said this is also incomplete. But whoever is attracted towards Buddha or follow him, if they try to understand Buddha deeply, they will find Buddha as a stepping stone and pointing towards Bhagavad Gita, as I explained in my previous videos. Even I have impurities, and to be aware of them, to know them, is also awakening in itself. Some don't even know their impurities, and that is the biggest impurity one can find in himself. But an incomplete person also has to level up, and when he does that, there are chances of getting impurities. But in order to attain the last level, everyone must pass Bhagavad Gita exam. So impurities are part of every person's life, since those who can be are involved in Bhagavad Gita have to pass the life exam. So those can be removed, impurities, with time, since Bhagavad Gita is must. The last level of growth is by permanent solution Gita. That's why Buddha and all just remain at the level of just the messenger of Bhagavad Gita. And whoever is following them without understanding are fools, because they too are pointing towards Gita. So instead of following them, they are actually unfollowing them. So that's the reality.